Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel where skincare is all about progression over perfection, because perfection doesn't exist. I think 2023, 2024 is a year of people still really appreciating their, tried and true tested actives, but branching out and kind of testing what other ingredients are available for our skin. Today's video is sponsored by Isntree. You all know Isntree, they made this. You know, that viral sunscreen that's everywhere. And you've probably seen their sunscreen, their green tea toner, and their Bifida Ampoule here before on this channel. And when they sent me some of their other products, I was like, well, these ingredients are different. And at first I was like, I don't get it. But looking into it, I was like, okay, these are really, really interesting. Some of these products I used on and off for 2 years. Some of them are new to me within the last 6 months. So I want to share my opinions and what I really like from this brand. Isntree are a cruelty-free, vegan-friendly, and eco-friendly brand. They like to upcycle a lot of ingredients, but all the packaging has changed to make it more eco-friendly, eco-conscious, easier to recycle. All their packaging, the boxes, is green tea paper and printed with soy ink. And these easy to recycle packaging with really easy to peel off paper as well, labels. And what I love about this brand is they do focus on nature. You know, nature is one of their main things, but they also focus not just on the science of nature, but the science of good man-made ingredients too, which is something I absolutely love. Okay, so let's get into some of these interesting ingredients. I'm gonna go in some kind of like skincare routine order. Let's talk about yam root. So this comes in their yam root vegan milk cleanser, and this is almost like using a moisturizer on your face. Think Pond's cold cream, but in a lot more kind of like updated, nicer to use formulation. And I primarily use this as a first cleanse, although you can use it as a two-step cleanse as well. But this is really, really good at removing your makeup, removing sunscreen, so gently without leaving your skin feeling stripped and tight and parched. At first it's like a really watered down gel cream texture, and then you add water to it to emulsify, and it turns into this like milky cream that's super easy to wash away. So yam root you might recognize from the ingredient list of some Korean skincare, but it's never really a highlighted ingredient, so we never really know what it does or its benefits. But I feel like its benefits are very, very obvious within this cleanser, helping moisturize the skin and strengthen your skin barrier, but also has some promising anti-aging qualities, potentially encouraging growth of new skin cells, having that anti-aging effect. We've also got a vegan milk complex in here. This contains coconut fruit extract, which is soothing, rice extract to moisturize, soybean extract to condition the skin, sweet almond seed extract for moisture loss prevention, and oatmeal extract, which I always find quite soothing. And on their website they say skin vitality care. That sounds nice, I like that. But overall, this is a cleanser for all skin types. Anyone who maybe feels like your usual cleansers, foaming cleansers, whatever, are maybe a little bit too stripping for your skin. Onion. The Onion Newpair Essence Toner is, believe it or not, a toner that I use a fair bit towards the end of last year, I got it from one of the bigger kind of like Asian skincare retailers, and it took me so long to, this is a new one that they sent me, but my original one took me so long to open. Because I bought it because it said onion, and I was like, I don't think I'm actually going to be able to open this, because for some reason in my head I was like, this is gonna smell oniony, like onion juice. And I did, of course, open it, and of course it didn't smell like onion. Who would make a skincare product that smells like onion? No one. So this Essence of Toner helps to treat blemishes, post-inflammatory hyperpigmentation, dark spots, and also helps soothe irritated skin. So why onion, you may think? Is it just like a gimmicky thing? No, it's not. So the main ingredient in here is the Muan red onion, all in this really watery textured toner that is very slightly purple, and that is a natural coloring. So red onion in particular contains something called flavonoids, which I think we've all heard of. They're essentially quite a potent antioxidant, as well as quercetin, I believe it is, another potent antioxidant with anti-inflammatory properties, protecting against free radical damage, thus protecting against dark spots. On the website, they say that red onion is actually grown in red clay, which is an interesting take, which is rich in minerals and geranium, which is effective for blemish care. So they have their sodium heparin plus free complex, which is sodium heparin, allantoin, panthenol, and heartleaf hoitiana, which soothes the skin. This is an incredibly soothing, calming toner. Betaine to help moisturize the skin, but we also have tranexamic acid and a vitamin C derivative. We all know tranexamic acid for helping with uneven skin tone, dull skin, it helps brighten your skin, and the same with the vitamin C derivative, really giving your skin that brighter look. I loved this when I used it. It's more on the watery side for a toner, so it was definitely like a summer one for me. And I got a cream as well. That's actually somewhere. I'll find that cream and we'll use that and see what that's like, because I really enjoyed the soothing benefits of this. I'm going to touch on this one because this green tea fresh toner you may recognize from maybe even like 2 years ago on this channel. First discovered it like ages ago. And again, it's a really, really nice, simple toner with great antioxidant and healing properties. We have green tea, we have centella, willow bark extract, which I love for soothing my skin, hydrolyzed hyaluronic acid, beta glucan to help hydrate and moisturize. Very, very lightweight and like an instant soothing drink for your irritated skin. It's very, very nice. Okay, moving on. Chestnut. I have a chestnut tree in my back garden. I didn't really know what it was. Like, how do you eat a chestnut? How do you even eat one? I'll Google it. The next product is the Chestnut BHA 2% Clear Liquid. We have another Paula's Choice dupe on our hands. Obviously, chestnut isn't going to be exfoliating. We do have 2% salicylic acid in here. This product is actually only sold outside of Korea because of the restrictions of salicylic acid in Korea. That's why we get things like willow bark extract, betaine salicylate instead of pure salicylic acid, but this is salicylic acid. Started using this after the peach slices one, and again, it's really, really nice. It's again non-intrusive on the skin. It feels like a lightweight toner, no redness, no irritation, no stinging. And they use upcycled chestnut shells. So this is the waste from the chestnut industry that they take then extract for this product. So of course we know salicylic acid is going to remove dead skin cells, unclog pores, help with clogged pores, blackheads, smoothing out skin texture. But what does chestnut do? Why chestnut? So chestnut shells actually contain tannins, which you might recognize from ingredients like witch hazel, and that can calm the skin. It can help with the appearance of tighter pores, as well as controlling sebum, reducing redness and inflammation, with some antioxidants too. Now tannins get a bit of a bad rep because a lot of people find them drying. They're an astringent essentially. But you know, it's all about how a product is formulated, and we have some amazing hydrating ingredients in here. 3 different types of hyaluronic acid, so you don't use this and feel dry and stripped like an old-fashioned astringent toner. In fact, I think this will be perfect if you have oily skin, you have an oily T-zone, you're finding that you've got a lot of blackheads on your nose, enlarged looking pores on your forehead. I think you're going to love this. I think it'll be great for you. One of my favorites, you probably won't recognize it in this packaging. This is what it looked like before, but this is the TW Real Bifida Ampoule. You know me, you know my channel. I love my Bifida. I love my ferment. I love all that kind of stuff. So the TW Real Bifida Ampoule, TW stands for tone and wrinkle. So the main purpose of this product is to help even out your skin tone, brighten your skin tone, as well as increasing elasticity, and it does that because it contains 88% of fermentation lysate, as well as help protect weakened skin barriers, and it's in this like little bit thicker than water texture, but you know, goes on the skin nicely, gives you a little bit of a dewy glow. But we also have niacinamide in here to help with those pores, evening skin tone, sebum control, everything amazing that niacinamide does, as well as 3 types of peptides for that wrinkle care, and 3 types of fermented extract. Now those are pumpkin ferment extract to help protect the skin barrier, soybean ferment extract to supply nutrients, and rice ferment filtrate that kind of does the job of both of those. So yeah, a really nice, affordable ferment product, because a lot of them, they hike the prices right up, you know, and you end up spending like, I don't know, like almost 100 quid. Now, we already know their sunscreen, but did you know it contains something called Pinister bark extract? Sorry, it's a bit of a tongue twister that, but not only is it a great antioxidant, which we know works great in sunscreens, but it can also help soothe the skin. And this is an ingredient that I didn't really know existed. And then I started kind of looking at other products and Googling this ingredient, and it's in so much stuff. It's in so much stuff. And it's amazing at soothing the skin, which I love in a sunscreen, because you know, sometimes you can get that kind of like little bit of irritation, but also when it's a sun care product, it's nice to have that soothing sensation. So we know that these are chemical sunscreens with 8 types of hyaluronic acid, different molecular weights, with SPF 50+, PA 4+, UVA, UVB protection. Of course this went viral because it's an amazing chemical sunscreen that everyone can use, all skin tones, conditions, types, with no stingy skin, no stingy eyes, an amazing almost moisturizer-like texture, and in fact, you don't see a moisturizer here because this is enough to work as a moisturizer for me and most skin types. It's ranked #1 K-beauty brand sunscreen and #2 overall on Amazon in the sunscreen category, which is quite a good feat, you know. Then we also have Centella asiatica in here as well. Again, a really lovely skin soothing ingredient. Their sunscreen stick is actually my favorite sunscreen of theirs because I love this as a reapplication technique. You can see that technique. I love this as a reapplication sunscreen. It's in this teardrop shape that you'll see when I show me using this, you can just easily get into those areas of the face which are kind of annoying with other shaped sticks. You know, like around your eyes, by your nose creases. It just makes for an overall easier glide over the face, resulting in better, more even coverage in my opinion. This actually contains something called ice plant extract, long name here because I can't pronounce that. But this actually has a cooling sensation to it, which I do enjoy in like the heat of summer when it's not just like a menthol sting. And again, just my favorite way to reapply sunscreen. It has a slight mattifying effect, which I usually don't like. But as a reapplication product, by the time I need to reapply, I'm usually a little bit oily. The sunscreen or moisturizers or whatever is usually maybe a little bit oily. So it's nice to kind of roll that over and kind of refresh your skin and make it look a bit fresher. If you want to win some of these products for yourself, I'm doing a giveaway with Isntree. If you want to try Isntree products now, you can head to the link in the description for 30% off at Amazon. Again, thank you so much to Isntree for sponsoring today's video. Let me know if you want to try these products or if you tried them before. What you think of the onion essencer, let me know. You can check out some more product reviews here and some general light entertainment here, and I'll see you over there.